Welcome to another brand new playoff episode of Have a Shift Day, and I'm done taking several takes because these two keep shoving things in front of the camera, and I've given up at this point. But welcome to another episode. Oh, why do you both have ketchup?
We like ketchup.
We like ketchup.
It's trying to scare off Connor McDavid or something?
It's red. It's the color of the Capitals. So.
Yeah, and they're dying right now.
Hey, I was right. I said Caps and I said Caps
Yeah,
are losing 6.
It's not looking too hot. It's not looking too hot.
They're not even going to lose in 6. They're going to lose in 5.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
It might.
Pretty bad.
I don't know, but we will get into that. But before we get into anything else, make sure you are subscribed to Have a Shift Day on YouTube and Spotify. And make sure you're following us on social media at haveashift_A on TikTok, Instagram, and X, especially TikTok and Instagram to stay up to date on our daily playoff updates and whenever we have a new episode coming. We keep you updated there because this playoff schedule is kind of weird. So it's either going to be a Monday or a Tuesday. That seems to be how it's going. But so, yeah, it's just playoffs are unpredictable. And so, yeah, they're just unpredictable in general. But we tried predicting them with our brackets. We are finally going to do a bracket checkup because we said we'd do it the first episode, and we were like, let's wait till the round ends. And then we were going to do it last week, and I forgot. So
we have to do the bracket checkup.
Yeah, thank you. We're going to do it first. That way I don't forget. And let me share my screen real quick because I can't really download the brackets. It's a little annoying. Okay. Yeah, I know it looks a little weird.
Jake, I like this shirt going on there.
Can you guys see it?
Thank you. Guess who got it for me?
No.
Call himself?
Peyton Celeste.
Oh.
Can you guys see it?
No.
I can see your screen, yeah.
Is my screen the bracket standings?
No.
Are you kidding me? Okay, give me a second.
Also, Jay, I like how you both are rocking skins today.
Who else is rocking the skins? Ryan?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Go Bucko.
Oh, okay.
Shout out David Begnar for losing.
Now can you see it?
Yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I just didn't hit a button correctly. All right, so here are our current bracket standings. We'll go into everybody's bracket. Remember, we are doing this with the T-Lay and Graves podcast, so we've got 2 extra members of this bracket pool. We've got Ryan Jones in first place right now.
Yeah.
Ryan T-Lay is in second. Jake is in third, but seeing how Vegas is doing, I don't know. Seeing how Vegas is doing, he might drop down with me soon. Nick is in fourth, and then Isaac and I are tied for 5th, but that's not going to last long because if you can see, my maximum possible is 106 points. So we'll start with me and just get my embarrassment out of the way because this is my bracket with my 2 finalists dying in the first round. But those, yeah, I had 3 wrong in the first round. Of course, the most important one I got wrong, so you guys want to make fun of my bracket, now's your time.
No, I mean, I understand where you're coming from for some, like, with some of these, you know what I mean? Like, that Colorado's a hit or miss, and that's, I mean, if you get unlucky with that, then, you took a shot right there, but I mean, let's say Colorado does make it out of the first round, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they make it all the way, you know?
I mean, yeah, they were up 2 goals and with 20 minutes left. It's like nothing you can really do there. They choked.
Yeah, I think
it's not like it's a bad take or anything.
No.
Mikko Rantanen single-handedly cooked your bracket.
Yeah, that's true. Mikko Rantanen did single-handedly cook my bracket. Well, let's go now to Isaac Graves' bracket, who he had Dallas, so it's either his bracket or mine going down in the first round. Of course, it had to be mine. He's got 3 wrong as well. He had New Jersey. I think both him and T-Lay had New Jersey. I don't know why, but he also had the Kings. A lot of us had the Kings. not a bad bracket here. But again, I think Tampa disappointed all of us, and then the Kings disappointed all of us. New Jersey, I just don't know what he was. New Jersey in 7? What the heck?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, we will move on. Keep going up. Now it's time for Nick's bracket. Nick
Looking pretty good.
That's looking pretty good. Only 2 wrong. All your conference finalists are still in it. That's pretty good.
So
Unfortunately, no, not all of your conference finalists are down. Toronto's tied. Carolina's winning. Vegas and Winnipeg, though, are down in their series. So your West might be cooked, but your East is doing pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So go back now, and we've got Jake's bracket.
awful.
Jake, no, yours is not that bad. You only had 2 wrong, and it was the teams that disappointed everybody. So,
The
and you got Dallas.
Sanders just
Dallas-
higher in my camp.
Yeah.
So
Hold on.
Okay, Dallas. Yes.
This guy's been riding the Caps like the whole time, and he doesn't even have them going to the Stanley Cup final.
no,
Are you kidding me? Are you
They're not a Stanley
kidding
Cup.
me?
They're not a Stanley Cup caliber final team. They're just an Eastern Conference is their ceiling.
So this guy's just an absolute bandwagon.
Yes.
How am
I will
I the
shout-
bandwagon when you're all like goalies, goalies, go? When the
Oh, you're talking-
Toronto.
I just
No,
had
just-
Capitals going far, so I wanted them to win. That's all about it.
At least I have family ties.
I mean, Ovechkin's just a great player, so.
Okay,
has
he's
one
only
goal
got
in
1
this
goal
whole
this series.
series.
He finally scored yesterday, and they lost. So.
I mean, he's still playing.
Oh, I got a power play goal from just shooting the puck and standing there. Shiver me timbers.
I knew you were gonna say "Shiver Me Timbers."
Nick, how the Leafs doing
Okay.
the last 2 games?
Better than Ovechkin.
They lost. They got shut out last game. They had
Okay,
less goals than
lost 2
Ovechkin in
games.
the last
Ovechkin's
game.
lost
You know, okay.
3.
You know what? Let's move on. Let's move on.
Is Matthews playing? I haven't noticed him.
Oh my gosh. Okay, no. You know what? Stop this right now. Listen to me. Listen to me. I strongly dislike the agenda of people saying Matthews has been invisible. He has not been invisible. Sure. Has he not been scoring? Yes, he hasn't been scoring. Does
Wait,
he
Nick.
need to? Yeah.
Nick.
Nope. Listen, I'm not done, sweetheart.
He's
Listen.
still
Nick, how
got-
do you
he's
win
Can we
games
save
in
this for
playoffs?
when we get to the
You
series?
gotta score goals. That's how you win.
Matthews has set up so many great plays and made so many great plays throughout this series. If you watch him, he's playing great by being a playmaker rather than a goal scorer in this series.
he's
How
still
many
got-
points does he have in
All
this
those
series?
playmakers, all those plays for 0 goals last game. So
But when you're setting up plays, you're getting the assists.
How many assists does he have in this series? Because I know he doesn't have any goals.
I don't know off the top of my head.
He's got
Well-
10 points in 2 series. He's got 10 points in 2 series. I think he's rocking
let me
like
see. Let me
3.
see.
And, I think he's got 3 or 4 in this series.
How many does Mikko Rantanen have in this series?
Oh, Mikko Rantanen has
He's got 3
15?
points.
I think, off the top of my head, 15, I think.
How many does Mikko Rantanen have in the second round
Yeah,
compared
15.
to Austin Matthews? He does not have 15 in the second round.
How many points did he get in Game 7?
I'm talking about the second round alone. I'm not counting
Yeah,
his
I
points
know.
in the first round.
No, I know.
No, he does not have 15 points in the second round alone, though.
Why is everybody attacking the Caps?
We're not even talking about the Capitals right now. We're talking about Mikko Rantanen. You know what? We'll get back to that.
This argument just started because
All right. Speaking of the Capitals, Ryan Thiele's bracket, which is 88% correct. That's not fair. He's got the West completely right, except for like the games and stuff. Why did he think that'd be 6?
Okay, Mikko, my apologies. Mikko Rantanen has 6 points in the series so far.
Oh, through 3 games, and Austin Matthews has how many?
Matthews has three points.
Yeah.
In 4
3
games.
assists.
Thank you. And, let me remind you that the Stars got shut out in one of those 3 games.
Okay.
So,
Edmonton had 3
I don't know.
points.
I don't know. I don't think it's that drastic though. Like,
I wouldn't say Matthews is invisible, but he needs to step up more. Let's save the rest of this
Okay,
conversation
that I
for
can
when we
agree
get there.
with.
I mean,
All right,
if
let's
we're
get
talking-
back.
All right, yeah.
Let's get back to the bracket, then we'll break down the series shortly. Okay, here is Ryan Thiele's bracket. It makes me want to throw up because I don't like the Capitals.
Doesn't look
but we
too
all know
bad.
that. Nope, 88% correct. It's pretty good.
Just like the grade 8s.
Next! All right, Ryan Jones's bracket, which is also 88% correct. Oh, I didn't realize you had Tampa in the final.
Yeah, kind of screwed me over there. My West is pretty good, but
Let's go
Yeah.
Bolts.
I don't know. My West is very good. I'm a little worried about the Vegas thing now because that will knock me down. But
You should be worried about Winnipeg too, probably.
well, I think
Yeah.
Winnipeg is going to take this one tonight. I don't know.
Okay.
They're still playing well. I mean, I know it was a 5-2 win, but that's 2 empty net goals and 1 that squeaked by. Like, I mean, it's nothing crazy. I don't know. I just I feel like it's collectively the Tampa decision shocked. Like, I think that was the most shocking out of
Did
it.
we?
A lot of
Did
people.
every single person in this bracket pool pick Tampa? Let me double
Yeah.
check because I know all 4 of us did.
It's
Well,
just
like
Thiele did.
It's one of those.
and-
It's one of those questions where it's like, what if
Yeah.
injuries weren't? What if injuries didn't happen? Like, you kind of like, what if? Like, it just really sucks that they had 10 or 11 injuries on the roster. I mean, that's half your squad.
Yeah. We read it last week, and it was just insane. We thought injuries would be the problem for Florida. It was actually the problem for Tampa. So
Right. I mean, now the Leafs definitely got to worry with that because I mean, you got the backstreet bullies just going against them, and it's bad. I don't
it's
know.
too close to Broad Street Bullies. I think we need a different name.
Who
but-
did you call the Backstreet Bullies?
The Panthers.
It's the off-brand bullies.
You know what? We'll work on that name.
Go
Back
Marchand.
to. Let's actually talk about these series now. All right, let's
Happy
Hey, guys,
37th
hey.
birthday to the Rat.
rein it in. All right.
Hey,
Let's
guys,
talk
what's
about the series that happened last night, the games that happened last night. We had Washington and Carolina. Carolina is up 3-1. We already mentioned Ovechkin's lack of scoring, but I think the main factor here for the Hurricanes here is Frederik Andersen. Going into this series, I knew it was going to be a goalie battle, and obviously Canes are winning the series. Andersen's winning that goalie battle right now.
Yeah, I think it's kind of come down to just the resolution of people thinking it's like Ovechkin's Cup. It's Ovechkin's Cup. You can't really rely off of one guy, and like Strome hasn't really stepped up, and it's just overall just not like it's been talked about in the past. They're just not the fast team that you need to win in the playoffs, and which also makes you think. I did add this in the Stanley Cup 60. I don't know if you guys saw. It really makes you think like. The Devils put up a fight. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
you did say
imagine
that.
how they would be with Hughes. Like, watching them play the Hurricanes, it's like, of course, the Hurricanes got a little more. It's the second round. You've been playing the playoffs long enough. You can adjust to things that have happened. And first round shivers and stuff like that. But it makes you think, like, were the Devils really that bad?
I don't think so. I think they were just injured. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if they were healthy, that would have been such a great series.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. But something I basically like, I don't want to say adopted because that's not really the right word. A mindset that I guess I have adopted when it comes to winning a Stanley Cup is that everyone says defense wins championships, which is true. Defense is important. But with the Stanley Cup, I think it really is depth wins championships. We've talked about depth a lot on this podcast, and Washington's depth has not come through. And that is, I think that's what we discussed in our preview last week. I think we said Carolina's stars need to be their stars. Washington's depth needs to step it up and continue how they've been playing. And that's just not been the case. Like, they got Protas back. He was a 30-goal scorer. He has a goal, but hasn't done much else. Strome, like you said, has been quiet. Ovechkin finally got his first goal last night on the power play, so it was a 5-on-3 power play, so he had a lot of open space there, and we apparently can't stop him from that circle after 20 years. But they... Yeah, go ahead.
I think another thing for a team to win a Stanley Cup, they have to go through some adversity, and that's what the Capitals are going to do here. They're going to rattle off 3 straight wins.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, go through the adversity here. It's just bound to happen.
Can I ask a question?
I mean,
This is not at all like in a bad way, but do you truly believe that, or are you just saying that to stick with your Capitals thing?
I mean, they were the best team in the Eastern Conference all year long. Like,
that doesn't always matter. Regular season does not matter.
The Caps won the President's Trophy. They've been out in the second round, buddy.
Yeah.
I know, but
like, I do not care. Like, this was like I said in my bracket, I don't trust President's Trophy teams. That's why I have Winnipeg out in the second round. Like, even if... Sure. I even think Dallas will probably beat them, even though I thought Colorado was going to make it. But I don't care if you won your division. Yeah, maybe it'll help you get an easier team to play in the first round. Second round, if you're a division winner, that does not matter. You get home ice. Use that as an advantage, but if you don't use that as an advantage, then...
All you got to do is just win one. Just win one at a time. Just win one.
We'll see.
And they're good at home too, so I think they're going to take 5.
2 of the next 3 games are going to be at home, so
they just really got to watch out for that game 6 and. You know.
Yeah, because Carolina was one of the best home teams this year.
There's no way.
If they win game 5, it's going 7.
No.
I think
dominate them.
I think if they win game 6, they'll go to 7.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Hello, math.
No, it's a joke. Holy.
We're laughing.
I think technically it would have to go.
Are you sure it wouldn't go to 8?
It is too early for all of us. Oh my.
Too early? It's almost 11:30.
Was it my fault? I was up till 4:30.
That does sound like it's your fault, actually.
No, I was. I was grinding Survivor. I'm gonna be so for real.
That is your fault then. But if the Capitals want to push this to 7, their scoring needs to come through. Tom Wilson was a big, yes, but he was a big factor in that series against Montreal. He needs to be a huge factor again. Yeah. And Thompson needs to play like he's been playing at least in the first round, and I'd say the first 2 games as well, because it was really a goalie duel in the first game, and then most of the second game too.
Still got the 3rd best goals against average in these playoffs, so.
Yeah, I'd say he's one of the best goalies in these playoffs, but he's been letting some through, and he needs to lock it down if they want to go 7.
Don't let them get 1. That's all I'll say. Go Caps.
So, yeah, no, you're not allowed. But on the Carolina side, I want to look up some stats on Carolina, because Svechnikov scored last night. Aho has been scoring. I'm sorry, I don't know stats off the top of my head.
Jake.
What's up?
Stats guy. I need stats on the Hurricanes.
He's so cute.
Hurricanes had the best power play of the remaining teams in the playoffs with 30%.
Well, that's something. Taylor Hall has been scoring for the Capitals. He got their...
Hurricane?
Was it? No, it wasn't the game winner last night. Was it? Yeah. It might have.
It was like the
Oh
goal,
my
basically.
gosh.
Oh, no, it was the third goal, so yeah.
Makes
Right.
the Caps just not want to be as physical, which might just completely throw them off. But
That's what they need to do. Like I had mentioned Tom Wilson, that was I think that was a really big part of why they beat the Canadians was because they used the physicality, and also Montreal's a young team. They weren't used to the intensity of the playoffs fully. I mean, they settled in a little bit, but when you play a guy with, like Tom Wilson, who's going to be overly physical, then it makes it hard. That's how he needs to be a factor. He needs to bring that physicality, hopefully like ramp up his teammates to where they bring the physicality too, and then wear down the Hurricanes and actually score some goals.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get physical. Maybe like a cheap hit to get going.
Now you sound like a Caps fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like, gotta do what you gotta do to get the boys going. I'm not saying I'm for it, but it's probably gonna happen with Tom Wilson in the lineup.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. Do we have any other thoughts on this series? Any thoughts about the Hurricanes specifically and like what they're doing well? Because we've mostly been kind of talking about the Capitals are doing wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give credit to the Hurricanes. Like, there's a reason they're up 3-1 in this series. Like, they've been shutting down the Caps and all series long. So, I mean, they just got to get one more. I don't think the thing if you're Carolina, you just want to move on to the second or the third round because Toronto and Florida are just beating each other up. So if you win Game 5, you
get a lot of
relax there.
rest.
Yeah, exactly. You get some rest, and whoever comes out of that series and the other series in the East, I mean, they're going to be banged up either way because I think that series is going to go 7.
That sounds like it probably will. I just
It's hard to
wanna
find
look.
words this morning. Holy.
I think it is to all of us, and I don't know why.
I'm awake.
I'm fine. Just can't find words.
I'm cooked.
Yeah, I was struggling a bit too. I'm trying to see because a big thing with at least in the first 2 games with Carolina was how many chances they have because they just
A lot.
yeah they pepper Thompson and they've outshot the Caps in every game so far.
Yes.
And do you think
It's not even
that
close. Like, they're out shooting them
Yeah.
by a lot.
do you think that's maybe why Thompson's been giving up about 4 goals? Has given up 4 goals in the last 2 games because Carolina's finally like wearing him down with all of their shot chances and also maybe wearing the Washington defense down. They can't block as many.
That's probably part of it, I would say.
If you're not going to block shots in playoffs, go block. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. See
The
how many
Leafs and
blocked
Panthers
shots they
do
had
a
last
great
night.
job at blocking shots.
Last night, Carolina had 37 shots, and Washington blocked 23 shots. So they are still blocking shots.
Not enough.
Yeah, but some are getting through, and they're getting worn down.
I mean, the thing about the Canes is that they shoot from everywhere. They don't care if
Yeah.
it's a good shot or not. They just get the puck on net.
And that's what you have to do.
Oh, absolutely.
And we, as Penguins fans, know that, especially on the power play, you just need to shoot. Sometimes with these playoffs, how they've been going, because I'm sure you have noticed there's been a big, like, pattern of pucks going off of defenders. Like, it's been very common. My dad called it out, and then that same night I texted him, like, oh, Winnipeg just scored, and it hit a Dallas defenseman. And he's like, oh my gosh. And then, like, 2 days later on TNT, they're like, oh yeah, this has been happening a lot. Like,
Someone
so
tweeted about it. Either Josh Yowie or Rob Rossi, one of the Penguins.
I think it
guys
was Rob
tweeted
Rossi.
about it.
But whether it's on the power play or not, just throw it on net, because throwing it on net seems to have been working in these playoffs strangely for a lot of teams. But even just in general, like, that's you get a lucky bounce sometimes, even if it's not something that's commonly happening. You're just like, at least, of course, try and find a good shot, but like, you don't need to be too cute with it.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
expect it to hopefully get a bounce or someone's there for a rebound.
Especially with the teams last night. I know we kind of covered it with you need more shots, but the teams, especially the previous nights as well, the teams with averaging at least 12 and above shots per period are the ones that come out victors. And like we saw with the Oilers, they averaged 12 shots a period, the Knights averaging 8. And then with last night, Capitals averaging 7 shots a period and the Hurricanes 11. It's like, I mean, I know that's only 4 or 5 shots like between both of those teams. You'd think it's nothing crazy, but I mean, that's 4 or 5 extra saves that the goalie's got to make, which, I mean, normally one of them's going to go in, and that could completely change the course of the game.
Yeah. All right. Well, if we don't have any other thoughts on the series, we can move on. Ryan, you had mentioned Oilers and Golden Knights. That was the other game that happened last night. The big story in that series, well, the big story from Game 3 was the 0.4 seconds left goal that Riley Smith scored off of Leon Draisaitl's stick. So again, with the whole theme of a defender. But that one's in the past now, as crazy as that game was. The big story between that game, or from before that game and Game 4, Calvin Pickard, who had won 6 straight for the Oilers, was injured, so Stuart Skinner had to come in. Lost Game 3, but got a shutout last night in Game 4. Jake, how you feeling about your bracket?
I feel great. Confident in my team.
They got shut out by Stuart Skinner.
I mean, that's fine. Because they only had 22 shots on goal.
Absurd record for.
And you notice the theme here. The two teams that I'm currently rooting for and that are down are both down 3-1 in the series. But they both have 2 more home games if they extend this to 7. So
that doesn't matter for Vegas. They lost both of their home games.
Yeah, but these are elimination games, so it's different.
Okay. What were you saying before, Nick?
That Stuart Skinner has now a 5-0 record with like a 1 point something goals against average and an absurd save percentage, and now 2 shutouts in Game 4s. Yeah, he's kind of Mr. Game 4. I don't know why Game 4 specifically, but
Stuart Skinner does not make sense to me.
He's
inconsistent.
Yeah, he's inconsistent, but like when it really matters, he looks like
Wolves apparently.
He looks like Marty Brodeur or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just picking a random Hall
I
of Fame
was
goalie.
waiting for him to fight Aiden Hill last night.
I feel like the Oilers, like this year, like it was just about getting to the playoffs. You know, like they didn't look like the best regular season team. I mean, they knew they were going to make the playoffs all along, so they just kind of ramped it up here in this postseason, and they're just. I mean, the Kings were a great team, and they beat them, and they're about to beat the Golden Knights. So it's just, it looked like a wagon.
I remember in the first round, I think it was Game 1 actually. They talked to Chris Knobloch, and he basically said that, like, our mindset was this: make the playoffs, and then, become the team we know.
That was the thing with the Penguins for all those years. Like, they never won the division. It was just all about getting to the playoffs, you know?
Yeah.
Again, I don't care if you win the division. You don't need to win the division to win the Stanley Cup.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, but again, like we've mentioned it before, it's the depth for Edmonton. It's actually coming through. Evander Kane has been a really big piece of that team. Why are you laughing?
Because this guy just heard a noise on his camera shut off.
I think he's fine.
You alive there, sweetie?
PWHL.
Okay.
Sure, we're good.
Yeah, Ryan, do you have any thoughts on the series? Any thoughts on Stuart Skinner?
I don't know. He's just confusing.
Ryan's waiting to get to his Winnipeg Jets.
No, I don't even know if there's much to say on that. It's just I don't know. Skinner's definitely confusing, and like you said, he's inconsistent. So, I mean, Pickard, it's not the scenario that the Oilers really wanted to
Pickard's
be in
also
for.
confusing to me.
Yeah, for a goalie situation, it's not the scenario they wanted to be. But that team, like you said, with the depth, is really showing that we just got to make sure that chances coming back the other way. We need to make sure we keep the guys out of the house, keep the guys in like out of the hash marks. Push them to the boards, just get few shots on these goalies as possible. And I think, I mean, what did Skinner have? Only it was 22 shots against him last night, which don't get me wrong, I mean, he's still good. 22 shots in a row is definitely a good performance, but to be consistent, like they're gonna start him in game 5. Like it's evident, it's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
is he going to be able to kick it up and just kick it up a notch? Because he's gonna get, what is it? Is it in Vegas, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be picked up a notch. It's gonna be crazier hockey, of course, like an elimination game. So I don't know. I mean, it's one of those ones you just wait and see.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Just a little stat for you. The top 2 goal scorers for Edmonton in the playoffs, both with 5, are Leon Draisaitl, of course, and Corey Perry. And then all tied with 4, you have Evander Kane, Connor Brown, Evan Bouchard all have 4. And then it's Adam Henrique, Zach Hyman, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Connor McDavid each have 3. So,
Yeah.
Depth.
Contributions from everyone on that lineup.
yep.
Not only goal scoring too, but physicality too. I think Zach Hyman leads the playoffs in hits.
Yeah, I think you're correct. Because, yeah, you are. Because they put that up
Kapanen
last
had like
night.
an amazing shift last night. Brock Colson's been playing really physical. Like, it's not just like goal scoring, but it's like physicality. You're getting like everything from everyone on that team. Shot blocks on the defensive side. You're getting saves from both Pickard and Skinner. Like, the Oilers are like, besides I probably would say the Canes, they're probably the most complete team right now in the playoffs.
Yeah, like if I would not be surprised if we see the Oilers in the final again.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's not let my terrible bracket overshadow the fact that I did in fact make a preseason prediction that the Oilers would win the cup. I have the record.
I think I did too. I think I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
So, I
I
have a
don't-
question for the class.
Okay.
So, there's like this thing, right, of like how no Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup since Bettman's taken over pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if we have a Oilers-Jets conference final and then the Leafs also make the conference final and then they beat the Canes?
Well,
And
then
then
there's
you have 2 Canadian teams in the finals. Does
Well, then that
Bettman
means-
just like rig it and like say like, oh, something happened, we can't finish the Stanley Cup, it won't be awarded this year?
or he'll hopefully get it to Toronto because then it's an American captain hoisting it.
That might be his mindset, but I also see Bettman saying, I resign, or he purposely demolishes one of the arenas so the series can't continue.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's kind of crazy. Like definitely with the West, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Canadian team. Like the Oilers, look. I mean, it's unbelievable, and the Jets are.
They look
definitely-
scary.
I think
Yeah.
Dallas is gonna come out of the West.
Right.
You
but
think
I just,
so?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, like the Jets are a little more shaky if you do have the Oilers. And I know we talked in the previous podcast about, like, if the Leafs get by this round, then they're going to the Cup final. And that's what we thought before we started watching the Kane series, right? I mean, that East is, we were talking about how scary the West is looking, but the East is really starting to build
Yeah.
up. Like, that conference final is going to be crazy, no matter what it is.
Even I think whoever wins the Florida Toronto series is going to the Cup final. As good as Carolina is, I don't think they have the star power to overcome the Leafs or the Panthers.
They did for 3 months.
And now he's on Dallas.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of the Leafs, let's move on to that series now. Leafs are up 2-0 after 2 home games. Now it is tied 2-2. Florida won both of their games on home ice. Another goalie injury that we had since the last time we spoke. Anthony Stolarz got injured in game 1 on a. I don't know if it was just the hit from Sam Bennett or if it was a combination of that, and also he got hit in the head with a puck.
Yes.
So it was probably both of those. We don't really have to get into that hit because that was a week ago.
Should have been
not really.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's all we'll say about that. He is.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Can you confirm your source, because that's the first I'm hearing of this?
I'm looking at a video right now.
What did you say?
Anthony Stolarz was on the ice ahead of the Leafs practice working out the goalie coach.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Okay. Thanks for the update. And then so Joseph Wall has been playing for the Leafs lately. He's doing pretty good. Last game, I don't remember how many shots it was that he faced, but the Panthers did win 2-0. Bobrovsky was the one to get the shutout. Let me get the shot total from Florida, because they did have a lot of shots, and Wall did play very well.
Joey Wall was the star of that game.
Yeah. The Panthers had 37 shots. Wall made 35 saves, so not a bad effort from him. It was just he did not get the help that he needed in terms of scoring from his teammates.
Yeah. I mean, Florida just shut down. Connor just played a horrible game, I'm going to be honest. That was so tough to watch.
All they had to do is they had to win 1 in Florida.
Yeah.
1 in Florida, I would have been feeling pretty confident if I was a Leafs fan, but now
It's
if you don't win Game 5,
I'm just like, this is kind of what I expected in a way. Like, it's the Leafs, nothing can ever be easy. So
it's true.
I mean, nothing can ever be easy in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Oh no, but especially with the Leafs, it's always the Leafs and the Pens who, like, you think you feel good about it, and then like they just blow it, and they barely do it. It was like the Ottawa series, right? They're up 3-0, you're like, oh, they got this in the bag. And then Ottawa wins 2 straight games, and you're like, oh my gosh. So.
Gotta make it interesting. Gotta make it fun.
Exactly. That's what the Leafs do. They love to make it interesting. So do the Penguins, but they love to make it interesting. So we'll see what happens when they go back to Toronto. Hopefully the Yacht Club is loud and cheering on the boys, and they can get another home game, because if they don't win at home, this is basically a must-win Game 5 for the Leafs. So if they don't win on Wednesday, I'm going to be scared. They gotta win.
Yeah, because it's just based on how the games in Florida have gone. It's tough to win down there.
Yeah. It's also hard for teams to win in Toronto, I feel like, this year, too. So. I think they've only lost one.
Did it.
I was going to say, they only lost 1 home game, though, so far. So.
It's a shutout. Just saying.
And?
Just saying a fact. Just saying a fact.
Okay, that sounded like a shot. You taking a shot at the Leafs? Are your Pens
You're that defensive?
They're your Pens too.
Yeah, I know. I actually wish it was the Pens over the Leafs making it this far, but I'll take what I can get.
You were saying, Jake?
Nothing.
Oh.
Okay, buddy.
Did we want to get back into the Austin Matthews conversation? Because we were getting into that with the bracket video, or not the bracket video, during our bracket check. We had to rein it in. But
he just has to play better. He wants to beat they want to beat the Panthers.
He definitely does play better.
Yeah, he needs to step up. I would not say that he's been visible. He's just not been super noticeable. Like, he has points in the series. He has 3.
What is he making, like 14 million? Something like that? If you're going to take up that much of the cap, you better score when your team needs you. So,
anyways, that's 3 points through 4 games, and we compared it to Mikko Rantanen because I had asked. It was Mikko Rantanen has 6 points in 3 games. So,
Yeah, comparing anyone to Mikko Rantanen right now is
I mean, it's not like, but we're comparing Austin Matthews, who should theoretically be in that same boat in conversation.
Florida's a lot harder to play against than the Jets, though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
A lot less space on the
I mean, the
ice.
thing is, like, I'm glad because, like, originally, right, this whole conversation wasn't just Matthews showing up; it was the whole core of 4, really.
Yeah.
But like,
Well, just
Nylander
think
showed
of
up,
it this
Marner
way.
showed up,
Matthews
Rivera showed up.
still hasn't scored a goal, and it's tied 2-2. Like, if I told you that, you would take that in a heartbeat.
Exactly.
So, I mean, just play good in the last 3
Right.
games, and you're going on to the conference finals.
Exactly. Like Marner, Nylander's played phenomenal. Matthew Nyes, oh my gosh, I love him so much. He's played. He's one of those guys who just shows up in the playoffs and like helps you win playoff series.
Not like, I mean, there's like Spence Stanley Cup teams where like the star player doesn't have a good series and you still advance. Like it happens. You know?
And I think
but there's still a lot of hockey left for Matthews to make a difference here.
Like it took Mikko Rantanen once he
it took
game
him
5, game 6 of the first round. Once he got up and running, he went off.
And when you have that big game, no one remembers your struggles. They just remember that performance to advance you.
So yeah. Heck, if it goes to game 7 overtime and Matthews scores the game winner, I won't care about his struggles if he does that.
No one should either. I mean, 3 points in 4 games is not that bad. Like,
no, it's really not. We're acting like that's like horrible, but like.
I would just like to see him score.
Yeah, definitely.
That's it. But
I agree with that.
Ryan, do you have thoughts? You've been quiet during this conversation.
No, I just like listening. They're putting on it. I mean, they're smart. I mean, it's a good.
We're smart.
Good.
Let's go.
It's not. Yeah, it's not like he's playing. I mean, if we're talking about any other player, 3 points in 4 games, then yeah, it's not terrible. But a guy like that who can score, he just needs to get one out of the way, and then he'll break through. But I will say, also with the Leafs is Florida. I mean, you want to. There's a way to be physical and also stay out of the box. You can't retaliate.
Yeah.
And if you let Florida make the mistakes and screw themselves over, then you could go and capitalize off of that. But if you're going to cause yourself to retaliate, how they have done in the past few games, and the refs taking both guys, because we've seen the refs just put the whistles away unless they have to. And if you let Florida make the mistake, then you take the advantage on the power play. You get Matthews where he needs to be, and then that's where he scores. So.
Yeah, like at the end of the last game, Max Domi just came after Alexander Barkov. And there's probably going to be some boil over into the next game, but I think both teams just need to either ignore that or just keep the physicality within the game and keep it clean. Not obviously like not hitting each other, because they're going to hit each other. It's the playoffs. But like doing it, like you said, there's a way to be physical without getting a penalty. They just need to play like that. Especially the Panthers, because they don't want to give the Leafs a power play opportunity, because if Matthew scores and he's going to get going, then you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope Kachuk, because like after the Domi hit, which that was a bit of a yikes. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was not good.
There, buddy. But Matthew Kachuk said to Marner?
No, it was Willie.
Was it Willie? I knew it was one of the two. He was like, "Oh, I'm coming after you next game." So I mean, if he wants to like, I mean, hopefully Willie doesn't get hurt, of course, because he's played phenomenal.
He could just be like talking crap too, though.
Well, that's true, but I kind of hope he does something so he gets at least get a 5-minute major. Matthews scores a hat trick on that 5-minute major.
Oh my gosh!
No one remembers his struggles. Leafs are up 3-0, and the Panthers just whine and cry and choke, and the Leafs win at home, and they're up 3-2, and all is good in the world.
Well, that's one elaborate plan, I guess. I don't really know what to call that. Fantasy, delusion, maybe. I don't know. But if that's not going to happen, then Matthew Tkachuk just needs to play smart.
He does. Will he? That's a great question. Will
Yeah.
he? Will he? Will he? I'm funny. I'm so funny.
Okay. Let's get into the final series now. The only game we have tonight, Winnipeg-Dallas Game 4. That's the only series that has not played a Game 4 yet. Dallas is up 2-1, so this could still very well be a best of 3 by the end of the night. But like we said, Pickard and Skinner were both confusing. I'd also say that Hellebuck's been a little confusing, because, like, obviously he's lost 2 games, but he had a shutout in Game 2. So, where did that go? Where did that come from? What's going on?
Yeah, agreed. I think the whole team has been very confusing, and they just need to, I mean, they're home ice teams. And if, we saw games getting close. I mean, Game 2, Winnipeg's blowing out Dallas. Game 3, I don't know if it's really a blowout, but just an overall, just better overall 60 minutes from Dallas. But just teams in general, it's like Winnipeg is the more inconsistent team, I'd say. I mean, they both won. I guess they're both winning at home ish. But if Winnipeg can take this, right, make it a 2-2 series, going back to Game 5 in Winnipeg, maybe bolt some energy. Hellebuck's needs to be better. He needs to just. I feel like he lets in a goal and then his whole just morale just completely just goes away, and then he'll just let in a flurry. But I don't know. I think if Winnipeg can win tonight, if they can pull out a win in Dallas, they go back to Winnipeg, they play their normal hockey in Winnipeg as they normally would, and then they're up 3-2 in the series.
Breaking news.
Oh. What?
Miro Heiskanen is expected to play in Game 4.
Oh, that's big.
Oh. Okay.
That is big for Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
Winnipeg's coach.
Well, the big thing with Winnipeg, too, is they have not won a road game in these playoffs. So,
Really?
yeah.
I never noticed that.
In every game that was in St. Louis in the first round, Hellebuck got pulled.
Oh, yeah,
And
that
then
is true.
first game in Dallas, he didn't get pulled, but they lost. So Winnipeg has not won on the road yet. It's been home wins the entire time. Like, home ice advantage obviously is a good thing, but you have to win on the road if you want to succeed. Like, I know they're not going to be the lower. Yeah, I mean, I know they're not going to be the lower seed in any series because they won the President's Trophy. But, like, just taking our beloved Penguins, for example. They had to play a road Game 7 in Washington in 2017 against the then President's Trophy winners. And we all know they won that Game 7. The rest is history. So you need to be able to win on the road in order to, win a series. I know it's kind of just an obvious statement, but I don't know why Winnipeg can't win on the road.
Yeah. Dallas is such a hard place to play in, too.
I gotta say, Dallas seems like such a great building for playoff hockey.
Yeah, they've been
Super
nuts,
underrated.
and that crowd is going to be jolted with Heiskanen back tonight if he does in fact play, because I assume they'll probably just say, "Oh, he's a game time decision," but he's been lingering around since the first round, and now it's time. I think he's going to be back tonight. So
It's a winner go home situation for Winnipeg.
Yeah.
That's how you got to play in every game of these playoffs.
Right.
Because even if it's Game 3 and you're just still tied 1-1, this loss could determine the series still.
Mm.
But as we've said before, Mikko Rantanen just tearing it up for the Dallas Stars. Colorado officially has lost that trade, but they lost that trade like 3 games ago, a week ago, really. So, yeah, it's been, Mikko Rantanen has a huge lead in the points total. He leads the Stars with 18 points. Next highest scorer is Rope Hintz with 10. So, Mikko Rantanen absolutely having himself a playoff. But they're getting scoring all around. Like, they're getting depth scoring too, like the Edmonton Oilers. You got Mikhail Granlund's got 4 points. Dodonov, Sagan have 4 points each as well. Same with Matt Duchene. You got Wyatt Johnston scoring. He's got 8 points, and he's on the third line, if I'm correct. Thomas Harley also has 8 points. He's been really good for them ever since Four Nations, and he's just having him and Heiskanen will be really big for that team.
Agreed.
So what would you guys say would be the main key for Winnipeg to win this one tonight?
Connor Hellebuyck.
Yeah, I was going to say Hellebuyck too, actually.
He just has to be better. I think he's getting in his own head with his playoff performances, like not being the best. You just got to forget about that and take it one game at a time from here.
Exactly, and protect the house out of everything. Most of these goals are caused from right in between the hash marks. They're just driving the crease, just absolutely just putting so much pressure on Connor. So you got to be able to just push guys to the side and say, hey, like this is the spot. I mean, if we want to play a smaller box and just push people out and force these people to go across. Like, force your wingers to move across the other side if that means pinch the puck and get it out. Like, just keep the puck out of the center of the offensive zone. And, I mean, you should be all right.
Before we wrap this playoff segment up, just want to ask if you guys had any thoughts on that one goal from Sunday's game that was kicked but then hit off of Hellebuck's stick and was ruled a goal. Like, they said that he hit it in his own goal. Like, did you guys think that should have counted? Do you think it was just really confusing? You don't really have an opinion? Do you think maybe it's fine?
It's a really sucky situation because I've seen it called both ways multiple times. Like, the puck's been kicked in, bounced off a stick, a defensive stick too, not an offensive stick, because if it was, then that's a good goal no matter what. But that it sucks because, like, you know, you wish, because different refs are going to call it different ways, which is why it took so long. It's because they got to go to Toronto. They're flipping through the rule book. They're like, what are we going to call this? Because it is a kicking motion towards the net. But was the puck going to go in? Probably not. So, but then whoever the ref was go out to center ice and says, hey, the puck went off of the goalie's stick. It's no goal. We knew that from the start. So it was kind of confusing on why it took so long. It's like it's an own goal, kind of, because I will say if the puck was in the direction of going across the goal line and it went off the stick, right, it'd be no goal because the puck was on the drive. Because, I mean, if he lifts the stick, it goes in the net. If it bounces off the stick, it goes in the net. The offensive shot is technically a kick. But I like the call. I think it was a good call because the puck was, like, if the post is here and, like, it needs to go into the net, the puck's aiming the opposite way, bounces off the stick, and then goes into the net. So it technically wasn't en route to go in. So I think it's a good call. It just is such a sucky situation because even this year, I've watched games and I've seen it get called the other way. So,
I mean, I thought it was a good goal. In my opinion, I think if there's like a kicking motion, if it goes off like an offender's stick or something, I think that should still be a good goal because, like, the kick wasn't the thing that directly put it in. If that makes sense. That's just my opinion of it. And I think, especially because it went off an offender's stick and then off of Hellebuck and in, I don't know why it took so long. I'm with Ryan here. Good goal, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think
Jake.
it was a good goal. Good goal.
All right. Well, that's all we have for the playoffs right now. Since all four of us are here, we're gonna do some trivia. Ryan, the intro.
Trivia.
Okay, quick
11-3
standings
last
update.
night.
We still have no idea if what we're doing with the playoff rule. We're just kind of like, oh, if all four of us are here, we're gonna do trivia.
If I win, I get all the points.
Okay. Okay.
What it's gonna be like.
Well, you know, maybe.
Chat. Thanks for the 5.
Hey guys, Ace here.
How about, you know, how about we discuss playoff rules soon, and then we do like a final during the Stanley Cup final. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let's just keep going normal for now, especially because I don't want to take 20 minutes to figure out playoff rules right now. But the standings update, I have 41 points, Jake has 19, Nick has 16, Ryan has 14, so Ryan has a chance to get back into the top 3 today. Nick is hosting this week, and
Found out at like
Nick?
midnight last night.
So, Nick, just letting you know, I'm going to do it like this, and my answer for the first question, second, I'm just going to do that. There'll be multiple on this piece of paper.
Okie dokie.
Jake, are you just going to put it in the chat again?
Chat. Thanks for the 5.
Okay, he's just going to put it in the chat. But do not put it in until Nick says hold it up. Just have it there and then hit enter, because then we don't want you stealing our answers. So.
I probably wouldn't want to see you guys' answers anyway, so.
No, I make
ready,
it correct.
kids?
I'm ready.
These are so random that it's
Oh,
not
you don't have to have a theme, so.
good because this is all over the freaking place. This was literally like I went to ChatGPT and looked up like give me
Okay,
like,
just-
examples of questions. So this is like cooked.
All right.
Question number 1. Leon Draisaitl had 52 goals this season in 71 games. How many 50-goal seasons has he had?
I'm
Okay,
good.
I have mine.
Ryan? You're good?
All right.
3, 2, 1, reveal.
Jake also said 2.
All of you are wrong. He's had 4.
What?
I didn't
Really?
know that either until last night.
Huh. Leon Draisaitl, I was not familiar with your game, I guess.
Apparently, we haven't noticed because he's always like second or third, and he's always just hit over 50.
Oh, is he always second or third? That's
And
insane.
whoever like wins the Rocket Richard has like more than him. So
He
we
probably
always-
keeps getting 50 the years that Matthews has won the Rocket
Yeah,
Richard or
literally, I
something.
think 2 of them were when Matthews had like 60.
Matthews had... Yeah, Matthews was in the 60s last year, which is insane.
So I didn't realize he had this many because people were always talking about like, oh, he's such a great goal scorer, and I was like, is he really? And I was like, oh, I guess he is.
My apologies, Leon Draisaitl.
You are unfamiliar with your game.
I'm excited to see him at the
I-
Olympics next year.
Question number, oh yeah, because Germany will be in. Him and Stutzla, that'll be fun.
Ooh!
And Tom
Oh,
Kuhn.
and Cider.
Oh, yeah, him too.
All right, getting off track.
Question number 2. What was the first year the Stanley Cup was not awarded?
Oh, wait.
Good options or no?
Do you want options?
I got it.
I think I know it.
Nope.
No options.
No options. If I'm wrong, I'm going to be
I
sad.
know it.
I don't know if this is the first.
I don't know.
Reveal.
I'm either. Oh wait, Jake, are you ready? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it's the first, but...
The answer is
Oh, I knew that.
1919.
No, I was off by a year.
You said
It was-
was it?
Darn it.
It was not awarded because the Canadians and Seattle Metropolitans both got the flu.
I
And the
think I'm
series was
right.
tied
Oh.
at 2-2
2040
and
hasn't
1.
happened, you idiot.
So it hasn't been awarded.
I said the first year it wasn't awarded.
The
Unfortunately,
first year.
Ryan, the second year was 2005.
Darn, I knew it was around there, and I knew it was the Spanish flu, and I was
Actually,
off
yeah,
by a
it's
year.
There was a Spanish
2005.
flu outbreak.
I
among
forgot.
Man,
other
that
things.
sucks.
I was so close.
That really sucks that they got that.
All right, question number 3. You know what?
No one has any points yet.
You know what? I thought this would. If I gave you guys answers, this would have been so easy. But I'm glad I'm not giving you because it makes it harder. Question number 3. Who was the latest player to hit 1,000 career points?
Last.
Yeah, the latest player. So the last player to hit 1,000 career points.
I know this. I know this.
Why do I not
I think-
know this? Why
I'm
do I not
confident.
know this?
I don't know.
I'm confident I know this.
Last
If I'm
player.
wrong, I don't know who else it is.
Did it happen this year?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I
Do we
don't
have
know it.
do we have options or no? I didn't know if I
No.
heard them or not. Okay.
This quiz does not have options. If you know, you know.
I'm
If you
pretty
don't,
clueless.
Just think of stars. Not Dallas Stars. That's not a clue. I'm thinking of star players.
I didn't say you could give them a hint. Now, did I?
All right, I got my answer.
I mean, to be fair though, they gotta be a star to hit 1,000 points. So like,
Yeah, that's like
I got my answer.
that's a pretty basic hint. You got yours?
Yeah.
All right.
Ryan?
I'm lost.
Wait.
Yeah.
Ryan hasn't answered yet.
I don't know.
Jake! Don't have the chat open, Ryan.
Okay,
Although I don't think Jake is right.
I don't have
Yeah, I
it.
don't think I'm right.
Oh gosh.
I didn't-
Because I'm. Oh.
I think you got it.
I might have got this wrong because that might have been last year.
All right, 3,
Oh, no.
2,
Go for it.
1, reveal.
Oh, it's
I
right.
can't see your answer, Ryan.
It's,
He
it's
said Nate.
Nate.
Oh, yeah, you both are correct.
Oh.
Yes, I knew it! Jake said Jamie Benn.
Jamie,
Oh.
Ben.
I don't have the
think
chat
he's
open. I don't
hit
have the chat
1,000 points yet.
You
That's
took
it.
that hint way too literally, Jake.
No, like,
Good job,
I was
Brian.
thinking that before you
Let's
said
go.
that.
Because I was like, was it late last year? Because I remember they were talking. I remember the conversation. Is he gonna hit it late last year or early this year?
No, you might have been thinking of McDavid because McDavid hit it in about October or November.
Oh.
Yeah, McKinnon
And then
just
McKinnon
at
hit
the end
it-
of the season.
Yeah, because we were talking about it on the podcast, and also like he got it on an assist, and then they called the goal back, and then he got it like the next goal after.
Okay.
Jamie
okay.
Benn has 956 career points.
Maybe
He's
next
close.
year.
You ready for the next one?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Of all the teams who are left in the wait, hold on. The score, you both have 1. Jake has 0.
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of all the teams who are left in the Stanley Cup playoffs right now, how many of them have won the Stanley Cup before?
Oh, I gotta count this.
Yeah. Have fun counting.
Wait, why am I second guessing myself?
Wait.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Hold on.
I actually was not expecting you guys to struggle this much. It gives me some.
I got it.
I need to picture the bracket.
I
Jake,
got
are
it.
you Googling?
I'm just looking at the teams that are in it.
Oh, you could do that?
No.
I didn't. I just pictured the bracket in my head. Use your imagination, Jake.
I'm trying to use my imagination.
Turn that laptop off right now. Or I'm just
Close it.
You.
I want to hear you close it.
Let me see. Turn the camera around.
Show it. Show us it's closed.
Good boy. Good
All right.
boy.
Use that brain of yours to picture the bracket.
I'm good.
Trying.
It's actually not that hard.
2.
I don't know what's taking longer. This question or the goal review the other night.
I'm gonna go with it. I might be wrong, but I think I have it. Okay.
All right, I'm good.
3,
Alright.
2, 1, reveal.
Jake said 7.
I had 5. Who did I miss?
The answer is 7. Only Winnipeg
Who?
in the cup.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about a series.
How did you forget?
Let me look at this up. I'm gonna look this up. Who did I forget about?
Well, I'm in the
Well,
lead.
With you.
Goalies
Oh,
in the
yeah.
cup.
All right. Well, never
Goalies in the
mind.
cup.
Who did you forget?
I forgot about a series.
What
Which
series?
series?
Forgot about Vegas and Edmonton.
Oh,
The series has been kind of mid, guys. Cut me a break.
What?
No, it's not.
That's been the
It's been
best
kind of mid.
series of the second round.
Not
That
really,
series
that's
is not
3-1.
mid.
no, it's not been the best.
Okay, I would say it's been the best, but it's
No,
at least
no,
been mostly competitive. Last game was just
You're
we're
telling
not
me you
talking
didn't
about that.
enjoy Aiden Hilgo after like 8 Edmonton players in the first 2 minutes of the game?
Or Vegas
was-
scoring with 0.4 seconds left. Like,
We're not talking about that one.
Okay, I was
not?
frustrated because I was walking downstairs. I looked at the NHL app and I was like, okay, cool. 11 seconds left. I'll go watch overtime. And I spent 15 minutes trying to find the game until I decided and then I looked it up and I was like, it says Riley Smith 1959 goal and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I was so mad.
Doing
I was happy because I'm like, yes, I could go upstairs and go to bed and read my book, which I actually didn't really do. I ended up just watching TV. But it's fine.
During game 2, you know, like when Edmonton thought they scored in overtime? During game 2?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, my Hulu crashed right at that moment. And I didn't know.
No.
So it was
That
like
sucks.
frozen on like when they were like celebrating, when like one of the players were going like this. So I had to like run upstairs, grab my laptop, and put on streamers. And I was like, wait, it's not over.
All right. Well, neither is this trivia, so let's move on.
No, it's not. Question 5. Who scored the game-winning goal in last year's Stanley Cup Finals?
I know.
Got it.
I'm good.
Ryan?
I'm writing it.
Oh, no.
I'm good. We ready?
You
No,
ready?
Ryan's not ready.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh,
Right, reveal.
okay.
Oh, I got it wrong. I said Kachuk.
Oh, Jake
All
also
right,
said Sam Reinhart.
Jake is 2.
I
Megan
gotta open
wins,
this chat so I can
and
see your answers, Jake.
I
Jake is
win!
2, Megan wins, and Ryan and Jake now play, because,
I got
You
2. How much you
are
got, Ryan? 1?
yeah.
1, right?
I'm at 1.
No.
Oh, heck. Ryan, you might be out again.
I'm telling you, I'm drafting Chat GTP next year.
You cannot draft whatever the frick it is.
You ready, boys?
I'm
Let's
ready.
do it.
What active teams have gone the longest without ever winning the Stanley Cup?
Well, some
Team.
haven't
Longest?
won it.
The teams that have never won the cup.
Okay,
What teams have gone the longest?
I got it.
Wait. Teams that have never won the cup, or teams that
Yes.
have the longest active?
No, teams.
I
Because the
think I
longest
know
active
it.
is Toronto, obviously. But the teams
Oh, whoa.
that,
Okay, that was. Never mind.
but the teams that have not won the Stanley Cup
Ever.
ever. What 2 teams are tied for the longest?
What, 2? They're tied?
Yes.
Wait, so we need to name 2 of them now?
Yes. There's 2 teams that are tied for the longest. That have never
Are they-
won the cup.
Are they still in the playoffs?
I don't know.
Well, I thought you said yes. I'm just confused on the question.
I know one.
This question is very confusing.
Okay. Out of all the NHL teams, of all the 32 teams currently
Okay.
that have not won the Stanley Cup, what team has the longest drought of never winning the Stanley Cup as of right now?
So just one team.
There's 2 of them. They're tied.
Holy cow.
2 teams are tied.
No idea. No idea.
I'm lost.
Did that help?
There's no way I'm getting 2 of them.
I know one. When did
It's been a
wait,
while.
hang on. I can look these up. I'm not in this. Okay, that's what. Oh, I got it. I know what it is now. I use the internet though.
Yeah, but you already won.
Yeah, well, I was just trying to find information about one thing, but then it ended up like fully giving me the answer based on like deductive reasoning. So
I'm just gonna guess.
I know what it is.
I'm clueless. I don't know.
I'm guessing.
Can I give him a hint?
No.
Yeah, I'll take a hint because
No.
I'm honestly toast.
No. You give them a hint, you're disqualified. You don't win.
Well, Nick, how about
Sorry,
we just don't
guys.
count my answer anyways? Because I'll guess.
Just
I'm
guess,
guessing.
because I'm not allowed to give you guys a hint.
You both guess. There's no hints here.
All right, I'm good.
We're gonna go with these 2 teams.
All right, reveal.
Jake says Sens and Sharks.
I had said the Wild and the Jets.
Yeah,
Both
you're
of
both
you
very
are
wrong.
Incorrect. It is the Buffalo Sabres and Vancouver Canucks.
Ooh.
I forgot about the Sabres.
Both
Forgot
have
about
not
That's who I was
won
thinking,
in the
but I was
54
like, I
years.
know they were established in like.
Forgot
For
about
some
both
reason, I
those
was
teams.
thinking playoff teams, but I don't know why I was doing that.
Yeah,
I
they
was
came in the
thinking
league at the
Poverty.
same time.
All right,
Why didn't
question-
you think Buffalo?
Because I wasn't thinking about it.
Question 7 is a fun one, and you get answers for this. You get multiple choice.
There you go, guys.
In the NHL's first ever season, there was a team called the Montreal Wanderers. They only played like 4 games or something. They folded after those 4 games. Which of these reasons, why did they fold? Your first option, A, the arena collapsed after an earthquake in Montreal. B, a tornado hit the arena and destroyed it. C, the arena caught fire and burned down. Or D, the arena's plumbing failed and pipes burst all around the arena, which caused the arena to flood.
So
I'm
it's
good.
definitely because of the arena.
Yes.
I'm good.
But
Well,
why?
I'm good.
the Wanderers did win the championship that year and beat Kenora, 12-8, by the way.
Well, okay, good job.
Do you guys
Reveal.
have the answers? Reveal.
I have C, the fire.
I have C.
You both are correct.
Hey, but Jake got to
Go.
3 before you, Ryan, so you lose.
The
Hey,
arena burned
We'll
down.
take it.
Wait, I was thinking there's no way there was a flipping earthquake in Montreal.
No. Or a tornado.
My thought was there's no tornado.
There's no tornado that can tear down a whole flipping stadium.
I mean,
What?
tornadoes can be pretty powerful, but like
I mean, a whole stadium?
they're not very common
Yes.
in Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Buddy, there are
in Montreal-
tornadoes that can destroy, like,
Montreal's a
everything.
bit crazy, though.
Tornadoes are really destructive. I would say, have you ever seen Twisters? But I have not watched it either. 'cause
I
I'm
mean,
afraid of
I've never
tornadoes.
seen like a
I love
tornado take down a
Twisters.
whole city. Like,
There's been a few, I think, like that.
Yeah,
I don't know about a
there's
whole
been-
city, but
There's been
definitely-
cities in the
definitely some
south
big
that have
buildings.
completely gotten, like, wiped off the map.
Yeah, look up tornado destruction.
Have you ever heard of Joplin, Missouri, Jake? That city's,
Oh,
like,
Yes!
still...
like big time cities.
We
Like,
did a whole
Joplin's
like
a big city.
we did like a whole donation thing when I was in, I want to say like kindergarten or first grade for them. I remember them showing us. They showed us pictures at chapel.
I'm just
we
saying,
had
I've never heard a
chapel
tornado
every week. They
take
showed
down
us
a
pictures.
stadium. So I didn't think that was a good option.
It's possible.
It's absolutely
very much possible. I think you'd know more about tornadoes being from the Midwest.
Yeah. You're from Chicago?
I mean, I haven't ran into a powerful tornado that.
Why is
Luckily.
your camera covered by like your hand or whatever?
Yeah, Jake, Joplin, Missouri literally has over 50,000 people living in it.
Number 1 selection of the trivia draft. Ryan selects Chat GTP to help him out.
GPT. You said it wrong. You wrote.
GPT. I just want to thank the organization, and like I want to thank myself for purposely tanking the questions, so that I could get this draft selection for next
You
year.
didn't purposely tank. You forgot a series.
I forgot a series.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the rest of our news and get wrapped up here. We can kind of go rapid fire through this. The big news last week: the Utah Mammoth are now the name.
What is it? Horns up or something? Tusks up?
Tusks up,
up.
tusks up. I love it.
Yeah.
Tusks up.
I love it. I love the tusks up.
Go Utah.
This way, like,
I think that's really cool. I think their logo is really nice. I love the colors, but I love the colors when they were just hockey club. I mean, it won the vote, so
I like the baby
Fan.
blue. So
yeah. I would have been fine with Outlaws, but I think Mammoth is pretty good too.
The mascot's gonna be so sick. The mascot's
No.
gonna be awesome.
So anytime they play the Predators, right, it's the Ice Age rivalry.
It's the Ice Age Bowl.
It's the Ice Age Bowl.
It's the
Oh, they are in the
extinct
same division,
animals.
Yeah, it's what's
Bowl.
the Tiger's name? Diego? Is that the
Yeah.
from Ice Age?
The
And
same
then-
wait, what?
From
The
Ice
saber-toothed
Age.
tiger from Ice Age.
Oh, I think you're talking about the mascot from the Predators. I was like, it's
No.
Diego.
You know the movie Ice Age?
yeah.
You have Manny the mammoth and then Diego the saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah.
That's the Predators in that name.
Yeah.
And then
Honestly,
Sidney
they might
Slaughter
actually
was the
name
Buffalo Sabres.
the mascot actually might be named Manny. That'd be cool.
We don't need another copyright battle with Utah.
Oh yeah, true. But
Give them
the
something
Yeti.
else. Rest in peace, the Yeti.
Get confused over a cup. Wow.
Yeah, he would.
Here, I'm gonna skip something. We'll go to it last. But an update on Mike Sullivan. He's going to the Rangers now. Jake, I want to know what you thought about this as the man who hates the Rangers the most in this podcast.
On this more than anyone.
I mean, I'm not gonna. That's a great get for the Rangers. Like, probably best case scenario for them. Like, they just got the best coach available on the market. And they're probably, and Sullivan finally has a goalie that can stop a beach ball. So
That's
good.
true.
To trade the star player.
Bring back Louis Domingue.
Oh my gosh.
Louis
I think it's good for the
Domingue.
Rangers. I
He's
think they're gonna
also
be good
on the
next year.
Rangers, by the way.
Huh?
So Louis Domingue's
God
also on
darn
the
it. Well, we're not getting Lou Domingue back.
I'm confident Kyle Dubas bringing in a great coach.
How do you feel about Drew Bannister?
Who did he coach before?
Well, besides the St. Louis Blues, he also was on Sault Ste. Marie with Kyle Dubas, who
Oh, no.
loves his guys. So
Oh,
Who was it that I thought I wanted? I think there's a name.
I want to talk it back, brother.
That's who I was thinking. I'm fine with talk it.
I think we all would be fine with it. Talk it.
people want
Yeah.
that coach from Denver, right? As well.
He's not
Oh,
gonna.
but
He's
not-
not gonna coach.
He
He
extended,
signed
right?
an extension.
He did sign.
He's staying in Denver. That's
Oh.
big, and it's big disappointment.
I guess say that'd be sick. He's young too.
Yeah, I think he would have been really good for the Ducks, but the Ducks went a different direction and hired Joel Quenneville, which is my next point.
That's a bit of a yikes for me, dog. But
Yeah, my thought process is they're in the other conference, so let's just let them figure that out.
Egress is leaving anyways. It's
Is
gonna
he a free agent this year, or is that like next year?
I don't know, but it's soon.
I feel like they're always talking about him getting traded. It's like JT Miller to the Penguins every year, but
Oh yeah.
I swear that's an annual thing. Sid and Fleury are playing together at the World Championship. I know on Sunday, Fleury was named the player of the game for Canada in their game against Latvia. I'm pretty sure he got named player of the game again, or that was just the same game. I think that was the same game.
Mhm.
So,
They played great. It was a good watch. It was a really good watch. They played today at 2 p.m. by the way, so about an hour and a half.
okay.
Canada
Do you know
plays
who they
again. I I think is it Slovak? I can
Yeah,
look.
it'll be a toughie. USA got shut out by Switzerland the other day.
I have it right here.
Does anybody even watch the World Juniors or the World?
This is the World.
It's Sid's playing
just put it on.
unbelievable. It's so good.
Really?
Yeah, they play France. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. France is screwed.
They play France at 2. The
Vive
U.S.
la
plays tomorrow
France!
against
Vive la
Norway.
France!
Yeah,
Got the
but
15.
I mean, I don't really pay attention to it too much. I just think it's great that Fleury and Sid are playing together again
That's
one
the only
last
reason why
time.
I care this year.
And
It's
like
so fun.
we know that I am diehard USA hockey fan, or like at least diehard for Team USA. But I will be like pretty happy if Canada wins because it'd be great to see Sid and Fleury get that together. But also, I don't think Team USA is looking very great. So it's kind of like the Team USA minor league team.
I'm more worried about the real deal at the Olympics.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we won the world championship. Oh, cool.
Yeah, but the World Championship team compared to what the Olympic team is going to be, Olympic team's going to be far better. So,
I'm more focused
crazy.
on the Stanley Cup.
I'm more focused on that. I just wanted to bring that up as a little Penguins tidbit.
Oh yeah, I mean it's important because Sid and Fleury are having
Yeah.
a dance together. Maybe Fleury Crosby can convince him to come back for 1 year because Joey's not it and you will be it for a year.
All right, there's a last bit of news, and then Ryan and I have like a mini segment, I guess. There is a report that Ken Holland will likely be the next GM of the Kings. I would like to make a little side note. We talked about this last week. I thought it was the coach that got fired. It was the GM, and I did not realize that until after the podcast, and I felt a little stupid. So that is my mistake. But
Oh, Jake, I beat
We're
you in
past that now.
fantasy this week. Take that L, buddy.
I haven't even looked at my lineup, dude.
okay. But what do we think about Ken Holland leading the Kings?
Nothing's gonna change. You're still losing players next
I was
year.
gonna say, does it really change anything? Not really. I don't think it will. Ken
All
Holland
right.
also nothing special at his job, and it's kind of bad. So, good luck, Kings. That's really all I have.
All right. And then finally, Ryan and I have an update on the PWHL playoffs.
Yup.
It was a historic weekend, a historic Sunday for both games. The Ottawa Charge and the Montreal Victoire played the longest game in PWHL history. They went to 4 overtimes. The Victoire had a 2-0 lead for most of the game, and then Ottawa had tied it in the third. And then the Victoire came out on top, winning their first ever playoff game. And that series is now tied 1-1. They play best of 5, so a little different than the NHL. But Ryan, why don't you tell us about our beloved Frost now? And
Well, I want to throw out a little tidbit though. So the Victoire and the Charge do play tonight with the 4 overtime game on Sunday. Both teams killing off multiple 5-on-3 power plays. So the defense was just unbelievable. But in other notes, the Minnesota Frost have a chance on Wednesday to go to the PWHL finals for the second straight year after winning last year's against the New York Sirens. They have after losing the first game in Minnesota, they took one in New York and then a 7-5 win in Minnesota the other night. So they play tomorrow.
You mean Toronto? You mean Toronto?
Did they win 7-5 in Toronto?
No. Are you talking about last year still?
Oh, talking about sorry, not Sirens, Toronto. Excuse me. But yeah, so 7-5 against Toronto, up 2-1. They have a chance to go to the finals. They play Wednesday, so they're a little bit ahead of the Victoire, but then we'll be all evened up after tonight's game. So we'll see if who could take a 2-1 series lead between the Victoire and the Charge tonight. So.
And that 7-5 game became the highest scoring game in PWHL history. So, lots of history happening in that league. And I think we forgot to mention this last week. The league is expanding. They've added 2 teams, a team in Vancouver and a team in Seattle. So a little Pacific rivalry that they're forming over there. Don't know if they will have team names next year. It'd be really great if they did. But it's so quick, so sudden. I don't know if they have the time for all the branding, but we'll see. But it's really great to see that league expanding. Would really like to see a team in Pittsburgh one day, but I think that was probably the main priority of the whole takeover tour that they did, was to see what attendance looked like for those games, and they're probably like, all right, let's get teams here. But they didn't come here this year, which was sad. But
I know
Yeah, they
Pittsburgh
went
was on the
to-
short list.
yeah, but that was also before the takeover tour.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they went to Buffalo. Didn't really get a turnout there, so hopefully they can make a decision to come to Pittsburgh. Or I think that's gonna be the next move. I mean, they've been working on the West and kind of just the middle of the U.S. and Canada. They're just kind of working around there. I think they'll make some more Eastern teams.
They come to
Mhm.
Chicago.
No, not right now. Maybe that'll be next.
It's a major city.
But
Yeah,
no,
I wouldn't be
it's-
surprised if Chicago ends up being next someday.
I say if the takeover tour is sometime during, let's say they do come to Pittsburgh and it's during school.
Guaranteed
we gotta
vlog.
go.
We're going. Guaranteed vlog. If the Frost are coming, you and I are gonna like.
We're going. If
We're
the
gonna
Frost
fangirl and fanboy. We're just gonna lose our minds.
It's gonna be awesome. I'll get a big old Taylor Heisey sign. It's gonna go crazy.
I'll make a Kendall Coin sign. You
This
guys
is
are gonna
not
have
what
to
the
film.
news of this conversation whatsoever.
What? It'll be fun.
It's actually really enjoyable, and they play good hockey too.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not-
they
I'm
get
not
scrappy too. They were like pushing and shoving in the Scepters Frost game the other day.
I'm not gonna pass up an opportunity to watch hockey, so I don't
Good
get
point.
this plan.
Yeah, so one of you will just be the cameraman for that vlog while Ryan and I have our fun. So,
It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a blast.
yeah. I
Are
hope
they
that
coming
happens.
next
So
year?
we
When do
don't
they
know.
release it?
PWHL, if you are listening, come to Pittsburgh, please, and bring the Frost so we can see them. Because last time they came, the Frost, or Minnesota at the time, they didn't come. I think it was Ottawa and Montreal. I might have just been them. I don't know if Boston and New York.
I think there were
came.
2 games, weren't there?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I know Montreal and Ottawa came. Let me figure that out. It was. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I see Toronto did come. Montreal and Toronto. It might have been. Okay, so I think it was actually just Montreal and Toronto that came.
I know New York went to Buffalo because it's New
Yeah.
York.
And then Boston and Ottawa went to Detroit. So I think they just did like a smaller takeover tour. So it was only 2 teams in Pittsburgh. So
Bring the Frost.
PWHL,
please.
PWHL, bring the Frost, please, please. We'll go regardless, but like it would be really, really great if we could see the Frost. All right. Well, that is all we have for this episode this week. Unless we have any closing thoughts on the playoffs.
Go Leafs, go.
Okay. Make sure you are subscribed to Have a Shift Day on YouTube and Spotify for our new episodes that are coming out weekly, either Mondays or Tuesdays. So make sure you're following us on social media to stay up to date on our playoff updates, and also to find out when our next episode will come out, because again, I never know when those are coming out. But it'll most likely be next Tuesday or next Monday, so please stay up to date with that. We look forward to it. We'll probably just be our round 2 recap, and our conference final preview will be coming next, most likely. We'll throw in a little PWHL stuff in there as well, because shout out to the PWHL. We love it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Jake, catch.
Peace.
Okay.
There we go. That's how you gotta end it.
All right. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye!